Hey everybody, this video is a lot later than I had planned on making it, but it's been a couple weeks, to say the least. But, okay. Wanna plug my Fangoria affiliate stuff again, the way you can get single issues or subscriptions, whichever you prefer. Or if you want to get a shirt like this that I'm wearing, and also get those, you get discount while also helping me. It's a win-win. As with the last video, the links to the specific blogs will be in the description below. And this was kind of me going for a little dip into Shark Week, since that was the last week of July, which I didn't even realize. Which is why I started with Moloch, which is a folk horror movie from the Netherlands that had just been put out on Shudder the week before. But since I was doing the Alien Counters theme, I couldn't make it fit into that, because aliens and folk horror don't really go hand in hand necessarily. But Moloch's really good. I was kind of blown away by it, and it's not really that long, and it'll keep you guessing, and it's a little slow burn, but it's not boring. I know a lot of people think, oh, slow burn, that means it's gonna be boring. It's not boring. It's really interesting, especially if you're a fan of folklore, which I am. The next movie that I watched was Deep Blue Sea. This is the slight dip into Shark Week, because I'd gotten a 3-pack, which is what I used for the movies I watched. Even though Deep Blue Sea was, I believe, on HBO Max. I hadn't seen it in like 20 years, because after it came out, it was on heavy rotation on HBO. During one of the few times I had like cable and or satellite growing up. So I've seen it several times, but I hadn't seen it in over 20 years. And it's still really fun. The iconic Samuel L. Jackson scene still comes out of nowhere, even though I've seen that particular scene a lot because of where it was played on Conan. He would just be like, and scene, and it always makes me laugh, which I don't know what that says about me or anything, but it wasn't a first time watch, unlike most of the other movies that I watched this week. Like next movie, The Meg, it was a first time watch. I went in with low expectations, and I ended up really enjoying it. The fact that Jason Statham isn't his usual stoic action movie guy character is probably one of the things I like the best. I found it refreshing. Like, he was likable, which isn't necessarily something that you can say about all of his characters. Which is probably one of the reasons why I really liked it. And there's a sequel to it coming out. And one thing that I did learn was it's based on the first novel in a series, and I think the next movie will also be based on the next movie in that novel series, which who knows how well it'll adapt, since they probably changed quite a bit to adapt it to screen. Who knows? Now, the worst shark movie is one that I kind of went in thinking that was gonna. I was hoping that was gonna be fun, since I kind of thought that was gonna be not good. And Deep Blue Sea, not great. It is boring, and it feels like an early 2000s sci-fi movie, like made for TV sci-fi movie, and it's just like, ooh, just not great. Just something. There are just so many elements about it that don't work, or at least they don't work for me. Other people might really like it, but it's not campy enough to really be that enjoyable to me, and it's just not good. I don't want to like bash on it, which is why I'm not like going in depth on everything, but yeah, just not great. And that was the last bit of Shark Week, since I couldn't find the third Deep Blue Sea, and I didn't really want to watch any of the other Jaws movies. But the next movie I watched was Last Shift, which I had seen other horror YouTubers mention and stuff, but I had never seen. And I ended up really enjoying it. I did have, like, the ending for me, it fit with like the story that they were telling. I just kind of hoped that it wasn't going to be like that. I was hoping for a different ending than what they were hinting at. And like the practical effects for the lead Payman family member is like iconic. Just like, wow. And if I had the editing capabilities, I'd have it on screen and stuff, but don't have those skills yet. Maybe. But the last movie I watched is a horror comedy that I watched for the first time 2 or 3 years ago, just on a whim, while I was having one of my real bad insomnia spells where I just couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know what, this looks weird, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I ended up really enjoying it the first time I watched it, so I wanted to give it a rewatch, and I still found it just as enjoyable. And that's The Night Watchman. It's it's one of the weirdest horror comedies that I've seen, and I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much. Its comedy is so weird and can be so incredibly juvenile at some times, but I laugh so hard at it. One of my favorite things, they probably had to do it because of budget, but how you know that the vampires in the movie have died is really funny and also really juvenile, and it's just one of the funniest things to me, because I don't want to give it away, and that is I can't think about it without laughing. But those were my Shark Week movies, quote unquote Shark Week movies. But hopefully I'm gonna get all of the videos that I have planned. But don't if you don't mind, comment. You don't really have to comment unless you really want to. Subscribe if you don't mind. I'm gonna try my damnedest to start making video posts on my YouTube channel more regularly and whatnot. But thanks for watching. Bye.